event tonight is a celebration of the completion of a year cycle of a group of very brave people who have partnered for a year, a partnership between a business person and a principal, with the intention of contributing towards both their leadership. And we're aware of as Partners for Possibility, under the name of Symphonia, who organizes this, that principals have a very lonely job. And we partner them with a business person so that they can have a year's journey together, learning to understand one another and to rub off their skills on one another. So this is about leadership. And just to tell you about Symphonia, we're a non-profit organization, and we do this as a service. We do this with a big vision to make all 24,000 odd schools in South Africa completely 100% functional. That's what our big aim is. One doesn't always get that, but we want to get there. We, during this time together, there are various projects that are done, and so tonight we're going to have 5 schools and 5 partnerships. What's going to happen is that each partnership is going to step forward and tell you something about their journey. And we'll be filming this, of course. And when they're standing up here, this is their time to tell us about their journey. And it's really about a celebration. So I want you to be prepared to celebrate with them. Look deeply at who they have become. And you may not know who they were, but you'll know them from the way that they are here. And I'll talk about it. And I want you to please dig deep into your heart to see what's going and what happened and what's moved for them. Mr. Thamsanqa Mabandla from SARS, and Mrs. Batseba Mamabolo from Pula Difati.
Fransha, thank you. Staff from PFP, Symphonia. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for coming and celebrate with us. This is not the end of the journey. It is just, we are just here to celebrate what we have achieved for the past 12 months. As they have indicated, I'm from Pula Difate. The brief background about the school is that it's in Mamelodi East. The school has been built in somewhere in 1975 with about 700 learners. And I joined the school in 2011, July, and the enrollment by then was 525. And presently, 2014, the enrollment has gone up to 685 learners. We are 14 at the moment as teaching staff and 4 PS staff. And because of the growth, we have just gained 2 posts. In other words, we'll be 16 by the next year, 2015. I must say that through this program, it was a blessing in the sense that there were many challenges when the Symphonia came in. As has been indicated on the slide, although they are numerous, the needs were numerous, but we were able to only highlight this. As the first one is the classroom. We had a challenge around the classrooms. They were not so neat. They needed some paintings, some touch-ups. And then there was a shortage of furniture for both learners and staff. Parents were not involved. The nutrition program was there, but we lacked some things like the food garden to supplement what we have. And whereas the school is quintile 4, another thing was that the school was quintile 4, but last year, after a series of applications, when we arrived there, we were fee paying, and later, after we made some applications, the applications were approved that we are exempted from paying school fees. We had no fee school at the moment, but still quintile 4, which is a challenge also. I will explain later why this nutrition program and quintile 4. And also the challenge that we had this year, it's the sudden death of 3 learners. Differently, 2 were drowned in a pipe. It was a touchy moment, and after a month or 2, the other one was knocked down by a car. So it disturbed all of us that we needed actually help and support from various organizations. We have the challenge of learner performance, including discipline. And although some of the challenges we are still working on them, but we managed to address some of them. Like the first one, the classrooms, as we speak now, are painted. We had a partnership from University of Pretoria, who just came to do the community projects. Students volunteered, they were using their own budget, and they were a blessing to us because they addressed one of the needs that we are supposed to maybe generate funds to come up with the paintings and to look for more sponsors. So as we speak now, the classrooms are neat. To us, we were so privileged to have people from Tekis, and we are still working with them as partners. The issue of learner performance, especially in ANA, we had support from other organizations, such as Alta Sport. There is a NGO called Alta Sport. They are not focused only on sports. They are also involved in making sure that the learners who struggle with reading, maths, they support the learners, in short. So through their support, they were able to conduct lessons from 1 o'clock. They would give time. They had a schedule where they were assisting the educators. And at the same time, educators went extra mile, as you can see from the graph, that especially a huge challenge you can see in maths. Maths in 2012, the performance was so poor. And 2013, that's where we started we were actually, in short, I can say, last year in 2013, somewhere September, October, we had a meeting, strategic planning, where we were evaluating our year plan, where we were checking our needs, we were doing SWOT analysis. And we have realized that we have to reshuffle the stuff. And indeed, because we engage everyone in this process, consulting, agreeing, reaching some consensus, and motivating each other. This year, we were so proud to realize that from 31%, the educators took the school to another level in terms of ANA to 51%, which is a huge gap. And also, in English, although 2012, we know we had some challenges, but this year we have picked up, and I'm saying Thanks to my SMT members, I'm with them here. They were supportive. They were so supportive in making sure that curriculum is up to standard. What it meant for me, I had an opportunity to share my experience with my colleagues here, and we were able to console one another, if I may put it that way, to advise one another how to go about this journey of leadership. And associate with people like the team that I was having, so I find myself being inspired to do more. So otherwise, I'm not going to stop here. I will continue. The partnership will continue. We'll continue engaging one another and to share more ideas. Let me conclude by saying each partner represents the world in us, so a world possibly not born until they arrive, and it's only by meeting that the new world is born. This meeting, regular meetings with this, really, it's powerful because you can, after every meeting, you are inspired to do more. So change is a process, but it takes courage, and it also takes patience.
It's been a wonderful journey for us. My name is Tshwane Mamabolo Thamsanqa. I am here because I love to get involved in educational matters. But actually my boss is the actual partner, Mr. Ivan Pillay, who couldn't make it today. But we agree on the same issues. My experience, and I think Mama has touched a lot of issues, we grappled a lot, and I'm hoping to learn from other partners as well. Where we started was, how do you get families and communities involved in education of a child? And how do you work with the principal to actually trigger, or to work with the principal as a catalyst for this kind of activism where communities appreciate the school and get involved in the school development? It's a very difficult job. We, in our reflection, recognize some of the difficulties. One is that the school governing process suggests that when you have the school governing board, we have resolved that relationship between the community, the students, and the parents. It doesn't work like that miraculously. One realizes that you have to work different layers below to get the community more eagerly interested in the schooling matters, and that's the journey. That's what can be resolved in a year, but it's something that has to be recognized. So I've put together, and I won't read them all. So the first point is I've made, and the other is that the second big point on the partnership with the school is it has to be school-based. Of course, it can't be about us as partners. It has to be about the principal and the school community, what they want, and it has to be driven from the school. But the point I'm making is how we conceptualize the family and the community very, very broadly beyond just SGBs. And how do we make them involved? It's a difficult thing, whether we bring them on fundraising only, or whether we involve them on the discussions about the performance of the school and how they can help. We think that is an assignment that should be exciting, but very difficult to resolve. In the end, at a personal level, I make the point that schools, family, and community partnerships cannot simply produce successful students. Rather, partnership like this, partnership activities may be designed to engage, guide, and motivate students to produce their own success. So we can't resolve that issue. People are their own liberators, and I think that is important, because at another personal level, I'm involved in the Each One Teach One Foundation that deals with the similar issues in Soweto. So the issues are the same, and I hope we reflect a common experience across, but I'm hoping to learn as well. But it's been a wonderful journey, and I've enjoyed it. Thank you.